They told you life would be fair. They said that if you worked hard, if you played by the rules, everything would fall into place. But look around you. Look at the world that's really out there. Look at the lies they've told you. Life is not fair. It never has been. No amount of goodness, no matter how hard you try, will shield you from the truth. The rules are rigged, and you've been set up to fail. The game is not played on your terms. It's played on theirs. And they don't care how many times you fall, how many times you bleed. But here's what they don't understand. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. The system isn't broken. It was built this way. From the moment you took your first breath, you were thrust into a battlefield. The stakes were never clear, and the rules, they weren't meant for you to win. But here's the thing. You've been playing their game for too long, thinking that if you just showed up, if you were patient, if you gave them your all, they'd reward you with the fairness you deserve. But when have you ever been rewarded? When has anyone ever cared about your struggles? Life never plays fair, and it's time you stopped expecting it to. You're tired of fighting, aren't you? Tired of being overlooked, taken advantage of, ignored while others seem to sail by on luck and privilege. You've followed every rule, played every game by the book, and what has it gotten you? Struggles, frustrations, a sense that you're always one step behind, always chasing a dream that someone else is holding just out of reach. But you've been lied to. It's not you, it's the world. The world that tells you to play nice, to play fair, while it pulls the rug out from under you time and time again. But I need you to understand something right now. It's not about playing by their rule. It never was. They may have convinced you that this world runs on fairness, that if you just push hard enough, they'll see you. They'll give you a seat at the table. They won't. They can't. The table wasn't meant for you. It was meant for the few, the privileged, the ones who don't have to fight for their place. You were never meant to play the game, but you've been wasting all this time, thinking that if you just played it well enough, they'd finally give you a chance. The world has been laughing at you, and you didn't even realize it. Now let's get something straight. The pain, the struggle, the frustration you feel, I know it. I see it. You feel betrayed because the world promised fairness, and all it delivered was hardship. They said you had a chance if you just followed the rules. But what they didn't tell you was that the game was rigged from the start. The system wasn't designed to give everyone a fair shot. It was designed to reward the chosen few. And you've been playing by their rules, waiting for them to recognize your value. But that's not the way it works. You know what you need to do now. Stop playing their game. You can't win in their system. They'll never let you. But here's the real twist. That doesn't matter. You don't need them to validate you. You never did. You've been thinking that if you just played fair enough, if you just followed their rules, everything would work out. But that's the illusion. You can rewrite the rules. You can carve out your own path, make your own decisions, and create your own future. That's the power you have. The world may have stacked the odds against you, but they didn't take away your strength. The moment you realize this is the moment your life changes. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for them to recognize your worth. The only person who can give you that validation is you. The only one who can set the terms is you. You've been taught to believe that life is a game where you have to follow rules, where success is determined by how well you play by the book. But life isn't a game, and it's certainly not fair. So stop pretending like it is. They thought you'd play fair. Now you make the rules. You decide who gets to play, and you decide who gets to win. The game is yours to change. Rewrite the rules, and watch the world bend to your will. You've been knocked down, betrayed by those you trusted, overlooked by those you fought for, and ignored by those who promised to be there. They told you to trust them. They told you you were part of the team, that your efforts would matter. But when it came time to stand by you, they turned their backs, didn't they? They stabbed you in the back, left you vulnerable. They left you wondering what went wrong, questioning your worth. and replaying every moment where you believed in their promises. They said you were good enough, but when the moment came to prove it, they abandoned you. They made you feel small. They made you feel worthless. And now, all you feel is the weight of that betrayal. It's hard. It's so hard to get up when the world has knocked you down, when the people you trusted have broken their promises, when you gave everything and they took it all, leaving you with nothing but emptiness. It hurts. It cuts deeper than any physical wound, because it's not just the pain of being hurt. It's the pain of being overlooked, of being ignored. It's the anger that builds up inside, the frustration of knowing you gave more than anyone ever asked, only to be dismissed like you were never important. You fought for them. You fought for what you thought was right, and yet they left you standing in the dark, alone. The betrayal you feel, it's raw, it's real. It's the kind of pain that doesn't go away easily. It lingers, it festers, it sits heavy on your chest, like a dark cloud you can't shake off. You wake up to it every day, like a weight that never lifts. And the worst part? They act like nothing happened. They act like you're the one who's wrong. The world moves on, but you're stuck in the past, fighting with a storm inside that never seems to settle. The pain, the anger, the hurt, it never truly leaves. It's not just an emotional wound. It's a scar on your soul. And every time you try to move forward, it pulls you back, reminding you of what you lost, of what they took from you. You look at yourself now and wonder if you'll ever be able to trust again. Wonder if you can ever believe in anyone or anything. The scars from the betrayal, the setbacks, they're there. You see them. They're etched into your heart, deep. You've been knocked down so many times. You're not sure if you can stand again. You've been let down by people who promised you something better, only to watch them walk away when you needed them most. The world has shown you its ugliest side, and it's made you question everything. Everything you believed in, everything you stood for. You're not the person you were before. You're someone who's been burned, someone who's been broken, someone who's been discarded. But here's what they didn't count on. Here's what they didn't see. That pain, that weight on your chest, that darkness. You can turn it into something greater. It doesn't have to define you. You don't have to let it crush you. I know it feels like it's everything right now. I know it feels like you'll never escape the hurt, the anger, the betrayal. But what they didn't understand is that it's not just hurting you. It's forging you. Every tear, every setback, every ounce of pain is building something inside of you that's stronger than you can imagine. You're not broken. You've just been in the fire, and that fire has been shaping you into something powerful. It's shaping you into someone who will never be overlooked again, someone who will never be betrayed again. The darkness you feel, it's temporary. It's the kind of darkness that only exists before the dawn. Every moment of pain is teaching you a lesson. Every betrayal, every setback is a building block for what comes next. They thought they could crush you. They thought they could break you. But all they've done is ignite a fire inside of you that will burn brighter than their lies. Look at what you've been through. You're still standing. You're still here. That's no accident. It's proof that you are stronger than anything life has thrown at you. The world may try to push you down, but that pain, it won't last. It never does. Pain is a temporary visitor, here to teach you something, to fuel the fire that burns inside you. They thought they could take everything from you, but they didn't realize they were only giving you the strength to rise. Every betrayal, every heartbreak is just another step in your journey to greatness. You are not the victim here. You are the warrior, and warriors don't stay down. It's time to stop feeling sorry for yourself. It's time to stop letting the pain control you. Yes, you've been hurt. Yes, you've been knocked down, but that's not who you are. Who you are is someone who keeps getting back up. Who you are is someone who takes the pain and uses it to fuel their next move. The world can try to break you, but it can never define you. What you do with that pain is what matters. Will you let it drag you down, Or will you rise and show the world just how powerful you are? You are not broken. You are being rebuilt, and every scar you carry, every ounce of pain you've endured, is a mark of strength. You are stronger than you were yesterday, and you will be even stronger tomorrow. That pain, it's temporary. It's just the fuel you need to ignite the fire that will carry you to your greatness. So, hold your head high. Keep moving forward. Let the world think they've broken you. Let them think they've beaten you. They have no idea what you're about to become. The world looks at you, and it sees what it wants to see. It sees your mistakes, your missteps, your failures, and it judges you for them. It doesn't see the struggle that lies beneath the surface, the battles you fight in silence, the moments when you feel like giving up, but somehow keep pushing forward. The world doesn't see your strength because it's not looking for it. It sees your scars and labels them as weaknesses, but what it doesn't understand is that those scars are proof of your resilience. They are not signs of defeat. They are reminders of the battles you've already won. They don't see the fire that's burning inside of you, the fire that only gets stronger with each passing day, even when they try to put it out. You've faced darkness, haven't you? The kind that makes you question whether you'll ever see the light again. The kind that breaks your spirit and leaves you wondering if you'll ever find your way out. But you did, every single time. You may not have seen it, but you've been through the storm and come out the other side, stronger than before. It's easy to look at the bruises, the wound, and think that they define you. It's easy to think that because you've been knocked down, you've been defeated. But listen to me, you are not weak. You have never been weak. Your strength has been there all along, growing quietly, waiting for the right moment to rise. You are like a phoenix, waiting for the flames to set you free. There's a storm inside you. It's a storm of power, of determination, of fire. It's louder than any silence the world tries to impose on you. You may feel like you've been broken, that you've been pushed to the edge, but let me tell you something. They have no idea what you're capable of. They don't know the strength that lies dormant inside of you, the force that has been building and growing, ready to explode at the right time. They only see the surface, the mistakes, the failures, but they don't see the warrior that's rising within you. They don't see the person who refuses to give up, who continues to fight, even when it seems like the world is against them. They don't see the inner strength that you've been cultivating all along. Think back to all the times you've faced adversity. Think back to all the moments when you felt like you couldn't go on, when you were ready to quit. But you didn't, did you? You kept going. You kept fighting. You might not have realized it at the time, but every single step forward, no matter how small, was a victory. You've overcome so much already. You've endured pain, rejection, failure, and yet here you are, standing, breathing, alive. That's not weakness, that's strength, and it's been building inside you for longer than you realize. You've heard the whispers, haven't you? The ones that tell you that you're not enough, that you'll never make it, that you're too broken to succeed. Those voices are loud, and they're hard to ignore, but they are lies. You are not weak. The strength you've been hiding, the power that has been waiting in the shadows, is about to break free. You've been through so much, and yet you are still here. You are not defined by your mistakes, by your failures, or by the moments when you felt weak. Those moments are just stepping stones, leading you to something greater. The world doesn't see the strength that's building inside you, but you do. And it's time to let that strength rise to the surface. You are like a storm building inside of you, a storm that's powerful enough to break through the silence and make the world listen. They don't see the fire in your eyes, the strength in your heart, but you do, and it's time to let them see it. You have everything inside of you that you need to succeed. You have the strength to rise above the challenge, to shatter the limitations that have been placed on you. You've always had it. The world may not see it yet, but you are not weak. You are a force, and you are just waiting for the right moment to show the world exactly what you're made of. The time has come for you to step into your power. The time has come for you to stop doubting yourself and start believing in the strength that's been growing inside of you. The world doesn't see it, but you do, and that's all that matters. You are stronger than you know. You are more powerful than you've ever realized. And now, it's time to show the world what you're made of. The fire inside of you is about to burn brighter than anything they've ever seen. You've spent so much of your life in the dark, haven't you? The moments when you felt abandoned, invisible, or broken, those were the moments that defined you. But they don't have to. You've carried the weight of the world on your shoulder, and at times, it felt like it was too much to bear. The darkness, the pain, the fear, it all seemed to swallow you whole. But now it's time to look at that darkness differently. The night may seem long, the storm may feel relentless, but let me tell you this, it's in the darkness that the strongest stars are born. And you are about to shine brighter than you ever imagined. It's time to stop running from the shadows. It's time to stop fearing the dark. You've been conditioned to believe that darkness is something to be afraid of, that it's a place of weakness, of defeat. But what if I told you that the darkness is not your enemy? What if I told you that it's the very thing that will give birth to your power? The pain you've endured, the struggles you've faced, the moments when you felt like you were drowning, they are not your prison. They are your forge. It's in the depths of that darkness that you will find your true strength. It's in those moments when you feel like you can't go on that you will discover who you truly are. And once you do, the world will never be the same again. You are not here to play by anyone's rules. You are not here to be another pawn in someone else's game. You are not here to wait for permission, to hope that someone will give you a chance. You are here to create the rule. You are here to take control. The darkness you've experienced is not a place of defeat. It's a place of transformation. You are being reshaped, remade, and when you emerge, you will be stronger than anything the world has ever seen. The pain, the betrayal, the heartache, it was all necessary. It was all part of the process. And now, you are ready to rise, ready to take what's yours. There will be moments when you feel like you're losing yourself, when the world seems too big, too harsh, and you wonder if you'll ever find your way out. But this is the moment. This is the turning point. This is when you stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the creator of your future. The world may have broken you, but it didn't destroy you. You are still here, and in that, there is power. That strength is yours. It's been inside of you all along, hidden in the dark corners of your soul, waiting for you to claim it. You are the storm, the rules they've set, the systems they've built. None of it matters anymore. You are the force that will tear it all apart. You are the fire that will burn down the walls they've built around you. They thought they could hold you back. They thought they could control you. But they didn't know what you were capable of. They didn't know that you were never meant to be a follower. You were meant to lead. You were meant to rewrite the rules. And now, the time has come. The darkest moments of your life, the ones that you thought would destroy you, those are the moments that will fuel your rise. They've made you stronger. They've shaped you into something unbreakable. The pain you've endured is not a reflection of your weakness. It's a testament to your resilience. You are not the person you were yesterday. You are something more, and the world is about to see that. Stop fearing the darkness. Embrace it, because the night doesn't last forever. The storm doesn't rage forever. And once you embrace that storm, once you let it consume you, you will emerge from it stronger than you ever thought possible. The storm inside of you is louder than any silence the world tries to impose. The strength that lies dormant within you is waiting for you to claim it. And when you do, there will be nothing that can stop you. You are here to break the chain. You are here to tear down the walls. You are here to build something new, something that belongs to you. No more waiting, no more hoping, no more begging for a seat at the table. You are the one who will build the table. You are the one who will set the rules. The world is waiting for you to step into your power. The darkness, the pain, the struggle, it's all part of the process. And now it's time for you to rise. The darkness isn't your enemy, it's your ally. It's in the darkest moments that your greatest strength will be forged. And when the light finally breaks through, it will be because of you. You will have emerged from the fire, stronger, more powerful, and ready to take on anything that comes your way. You are not here to follow the rules. You are here to create them. The world doesn't get to define you. You define you. And now the world will know your name. The storm is coming, and you are the one who will control it. You are not the person you were before. You can feel it now, can't you? The shift, the change that's happening within you. The chains that once bound you, the ones that held you back, they are no longer your prison. No, now those chains have become your strength. They are the very things that will propel you forward. Every moment of suffering, every ounce of pain you endured is now part of your foundation. The person you used to be, the one who felt helpless, who questioned their worth, is now gone. And in their place, something more powerful, more determined, has risen. You are no longer a victim of your circumstances. You are the ruler of your destiny. And today, you begin the journey of transformation. You feel it, don't you? That fire burning in your chest. It's the fire of a lion awakening from slumber. You've been lying dormant for far too long, waiting for the world to give you permission to rise. But no more waiting, no more asking for a seat at the table. The table belongs to you now. The world is your kingdom, and you are its ruler. The power that was once buried deep inside you, the power you didn't even know you had, is now ready to be unleashed. And there's nothing that can stop you. They thought you were weak. They thought they could break you. They thought you would stay down, defeated and lost in the shadows. But look at you now. You are no longer who they thought you were. You are stronger, more powerful, more determined than they ever imagined. The pain they tried to use to destroy you, it's now the fuel for your rise. The doubts they planted in your mind, they've been burned away by the fire inside of you. You've shed your old identity. You are no longer the person they expected you to be. You are the person you were always meant to be. And today, you are stepping into your true power. This is your moment, the moment where everything changes. You are not waiting for permission anymore. You are not waiting for validation. You have already validated yourself. You have already proven your strength. The world may have told you that you weren't enough, that you didn't deserve to succeed, that you didn't deserve to rise above the challenges that were placed before you. But you know better now. You know your worth. You know your power. And today, you take control. The person you were yesterday is gone, and the person standing before the world today, they are unstoppable. You've been through hell and back, and now you are ready to show the world the true power that lies within you. Every obstacle you've faced, every setback, every heartbreak, it has all led you to this moment. You are stronger because of it. You are smarter because of it. You are more determined because of it. And now, you are ready to take the world by storm. This is the rise. This is the moment where you shed your old skin and step into the person you were always meant to be. The world doesn't define you anymore. You define you. The rules they set, the expectations they placed on you. You've shattered them. You are rewriting your story. And this story, it's a story of triumph. It's a story of victory. It's a story of someone who refused to be broken, who refused to stay down, who refused to let the world control their fate. This is your story now, and it's just getting started. The chains they thought bound you, they are your strength now. You are no longer weighed down by the past. You have broken free from the limitations they placed on you. And now, you walk forward with your head held high, with confidence in your step, knowing that you are in control of your future. The world may have tried to define you by your failures, by your mistake, by your pain. but you've shown them that you are not what they thought you were. You are what you say you are. And today, you choose to be powerful. Today, you choose to rise. There's a power in your blood, in your bone, in your soul. It's the power of a warrior. It's the power of someone who has been through the fire and emerged stronger on the other side. And now, you are ready to conquer. You are ready to claim your place in the world. No more hiding, no more doubting, no more asking for permission. You are not just here to survive. You are here to thrive. And today, you take your first step into your new reality. You are not the person they thought you were. You are everything you have always been capable of becoming. The strength that was once buried inside of you. It's now unleashed. The power that you've been hiding. It's now in full force. And nothing in this world can stand in your way. You are unstoppable. You are a force to be reckoned with. And today, you rise. You rise like the lion you are, fierce and unstoppable. The world will hear you roar. And from this moment on, the world will never be the same. This is it. This is the moment you've been waiting for. The moment when everything changes. You've fought through the darkness. You've risen from the ashes. And now, you're standing here, at the peak of your power, with the world before you. And do you know what you realize? You're not here to follow the rules anymore. You're here to make them. The world thought you were just another player in their game. They thought you'd bend to their will, that you'd follow their path, that you'd live according to their expectations. But here you stand, ready to prove them all wrong. The rules were never meant for you to follow. They were meant for you to break. You've been given the power to rewrite your story. And not just your story, your reality. The world doesn't dictate your fate anymore. You do. The power that was once dormant inside of you, the strength you discovered through your struggle, has led you to this moment. This is where you take control. This is where you stop waiting for things to happen and start making them happen. You have the pen, you have the blueprint, and now you are the architect of your own future. Feel that? That's your power rising up within you. That's the realization that you are unstoppable. You are no longer a victim of circumstances, no longer a bystander in the world that's been built for you. You are the creator now. You are the one who decides the rule, the one who sets the terms. No one can tell you what to do. No one can make you fit into their narrow box. You are the force that shapes your world. The time for asking for permission is over. The time for living in fear is over. You are here to claim what is yours. The world bends to your will now. You have the power to shape it, to mold it, to turn it into something that reflects your vision, your strength, your purpose. The systems, the structures, the expectations they've placed on you, they don't matter anymore. You are not here to fit into their mold. You are here to destroy it and build something new, something that belongs to you. Something that reflects the true power you've uncovered within yourself. And let me tell you something. This is the moment when your doubts die. You are not waiting for permission. You are not waiting for validation. You are not waiting for anyone to tell you that you can succeed. You already know. You already believe in yourself. You've walked through fire. You've climbed mountains. You've endured the darkest nights. And you're still standing, stronger than ever. This is your moment to rise. This is your moment to claim your power and take what you deserve. They never saw this coming, did they? They thought you would stay in their box, that you would stay in their game, that you would follow their rule. But now, you've broken free. You've broken through every limitation they've tried to place on you. And the world is not ready for what's coming next. You are not just playing the game, you are changing. You are the one who sets the pace. You are the one who decides how this story will unfold. And with every step you take, you are proving to them and to yourself that you are the master of your destiny. You are the storm. You are the force that will tear apart the rules they've made. They tried to define you. They tried to control you. But now, you control everything. The world doesn't get to dictate who you are anymore. You decide, you choose, and the world will bend to your will. This is where the old you dies. This is where the person you once were, scared, unsure, waiting for someone else's approval, leaves, and the new you rises, the unstoppable, confident, powerful force that will not be denied. You've come so far, and now you realize something that changes everything. You are the one who creates your future. You are the one who writes your story. No one can stop you. No one can take this power from you. The rules they've set, gone. The limitations they've imposed, gone. You have the power to create the life you want, to design the future you desire. You've earned it. You've fought for it. And now, it's yours. You hold the pen. You are the author of your own destiny. And from this moment on, nothing will ever be the same again. You've stepped into your power. The world has no idea what's coming, but you do, and that's all that matters. Now you make the rule. You've walked a long road to get here. The battles you've fought, the struggles you've endured, the pain you've overcome, every step of it has led you to this moment. And now, as you stand on the threshold of your future, you must ask yourself one question. What will you leave behind? You're not just a survivor, not anymore. You are a creator. You are shaping the world around you, not by mere chance or circumstance, but by your own will. Your journey is far from over. It's just beginning.